Hello once again everyone, Original Blood Ace here again with another video. I know we're doing a few of them. It's one of those times where I do multiple videos, and this is an OBA news video. Haven't done one in a while, so all these are on the OBA forums site, that is, because finally, it's been a while. I mean, there was a long period there where I was hardly ever updating any stories on the site, which kind of my fault. I take a little bit of responsibility for that, but just been busy and unmotivated to post some stuff, but I got some stories up, so it's more updated now. As well as one other thing I wanted to mention was the Adventures of Nindragon has been going along nicely. Maybe tonight or tomorrow I will do the next chapter, but we'll get to that point when we get to it. First of all, though, Majora's Mask has a new tease in a new official Nintendo Japan artwork. As you can see in the picture, it was Link with a Zelda fan, and wearing the Majora's Mask. Just another little tease from Nintendo about Majora's Mask. We all know Majora's Mask 3D, it's going to come at some point. When? I don't know. I honestly thought it would have been this year. If it's next year, it's next year. Don't really need to waste more time on it, but it's a nice picture nonetheless. So let's move on to the next story, which this is a crazy one. Yoshi's actual real official name is revealed, and his not just Yoshi, his name is T. Yoshi Soar Munchakoopas. I'm not even pulling your leg. I'm not bullshitting you. That's his official name from, like, Nintendo themselves. T. Yoshi Soar Munchakoopas. That's hilarious. Now, we think the T stands for Tyrannosaurus, because he is a dinosaur. That's not necessarily confirmed, but that's just the general consensus. But Yoshi Soar makes sense because his name's Yoshi and he's a dinosaur, so Yoshi Soar. And Munchakoopas, I guess, because he eats Koopas. Whatever. Don't really need to spend too much time going over that, but let's just move on, shall we? Nintendo says it's important to get third-party titles like Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty. I find this funny, because if you want, well, everyone knows I don't think Call of Duty should be on a Nintendo platform, even though it's on everything. Yes, it is important, but at the same time, Nintendo, it's your own damn fault. Well, maybe not with the Assassin's Creed thing. That's because, you know, a lot of third parties are to blame as well because of doing crappy ports and broken games and whining about it not selling well because of that. But Nintendo, if you want these third-party games so badly, mainly like Batman Arkham Knight and Destiny, you should be forking out just a bit of money. I'm not saying you have to for every third-party game, but you should give some incentive. You know, you have the money. You can throw around a little bit of your chump change all over the place, saying, here's, you want us to pay you, fine. Here's a little bit of money, now give us a version that's not broken. You know, if you really think that these third-party games are important, then do what you have to get them. I don't see why that's such a complicated thing. That's not complicated to understand, or it's not hard to understand, I should say. It's not complicated. So, I don't know. Nintendo, you're a little confused again, apparently. So let's move on to the next story here. Nintendo says Captain Toad Treasure Tracker will not just be a fleshed out minigame. I know some people are like, oh, that's not going to be a full game. That's just going to be like a mini game that should be like $20. Now, honestly, I think it should be like $40. But personally, for me, this is my most anticipated game of 2014, hands down. Toad is my favorite Mario character. He deserves his own game. Smash Bros. Comes in number 2, personally for me, for my most anticipated game of the year. Just can't fucking wait for Captain Toad. I can't wait to do a playthrough on OBA games. It's going to be fun, going to be a blast. Probably going to be quite hard. But either way, very interesting. Very interesting. I never thought for a second that it would be a mini-game game. So, alright. And then lastly, I just wanted to wrap up with the Adventures of Nindragon. I have written up to Chapter 22. So 23 I will write either tonight or tomorrow. Well, tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know. Either way, I think the last time I mentioned the Adventures of Nindragon in a video was we were only on like Chapter 10 or 11. So, it's come still quite a long ways. And the thing is, I find about the story is, like, when I wrote this on Miiverse back then, people would actually read it every day. and post and comment and say, oh, this is a good cliffhanger, blah blah blah. But no one really comments anymore on my story on the site. So I thought I would just kind of include this in the video just as an update, saying yes, the story is still going on. Blah, I can't even talk. And so you should go check it out. You should read it. It's quite a nice little story. And it's still going on. I don't know when the hell it'll end, if it'll ever end, to be quite honest. So yeah, I should definitely check it out. You don't have to comment, but it would be nice. I feel like if people aren't going to read it, I know there's like 2 or 3 people that actually, read it every time I update the next chapter, but if I don't get people interested in reading the story, then it's really, it damages my motivation to keep doing it. Because it's like, why do I go through all the trouble of coming up with this, fun little creative story that takes a lot of imagination and everything, and takes some of my time to actually go to the point of writing it up for everyone to read, if no one's going to actually read it and enjoy it. So I don't want to have to like end it because of, lack of interest, I guess is the way to say it. So just me kind of saying, if you do go on my site, you may as well check every once in a while to see if the story is updated with the next chapter. Don't think I really need to say much more on the subject. So that's going to do it for this video. I'm Original Blood Ace. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon, as always.